reaction after former President Bill Clinton offered what appeared to be his first public defense of Hillary's email scandal. The FBI investigation into the former Secretary of State's use of a private email server at her home is still underway. Yet this is how the president addressed it, former president, this weekend.
If you're driving in a 50-mile-an-hour zone and a police officer pulls you over when you're driving 40, says, "I'm sorry, I got to give you a ticket because you know the speed limit here should be 35 and you should have known it." So everybody's all breathless about this. Look, this is a game.
It's a game. Joining me now, Judge Andrew Napolitano, the Fox News senior judicial analyst and author of The Radical Expansion of Presidential Powers and the Lethal Threat to American Liberty. I got it out. Hi, Judge. How are you?
Okay, Martha,
good to see you tonight. I'm good, thanks. I'm doing well. So why now? Why is Bill Clinton speaking out about this now, and why is he calling it a game?
I'm shaking my head because he was the president. He was the chief law enforcement officer of the land, and he knows how seriously these things can be. Here's why he said that on Saturday. Because on Friday evening, the Justice Department filed a brief, not in the case involving its investigation of Mrs. Clinton, but in a Freedom of Information Act case where a reporter asked for copies of correspondence between Mrs. Clinton and the State Department and Mrs. Clinton and the FBI. And the Justice Department said, we can't give you these documents because they pertain to our internal law. It's important because Mrs. Clinton herself has said countless times, this doesn't involve me and it doesn't involve law enforcement. It involves classifying documents, whether they should be classified or not.
She has
this directly
called
challenges her view on this.
She's repeatedly called this a security review that is not an investigation into her, saying that there is no law enforcement investigation. So it's clear that, you know, President Clinton, these things don't just happen. He decided it was time for him to speak out about this. He wants to minimize it. He wants to make it appear to be no big deal. In terms of where this is going, is there any indication that it's going to wrap up anytime soon? Because there was some suggestion that it could go even beyond November, Judge.
I think that, remember, there's two investigations.
Right.
The investigation alleging public corruption. The allegation is that Mrs. Clinton made decisions as Secretary of State with foreign persons and foreign governments so they would contribute to the Clinton Foundation. That one may go beyond November. But I suggest to you that Bill Clinton knows from talking to his wife that the investigation of espionage, whether she removed state secrets from a secure location and put them into a non-secure location, is coming to an end. And they know it's coming to an end because the FBI has called in her closest circle of aides, and they have already been interrogated by the FBI. There's one person left to be interrogated, and that's Mrs. Clinton herself. And when she does go in to see the FBI, or if she doesn't, all of this will become public. And Bill Clinton is not only responding to what the Justice Department said on Friday, a law enforcement investigation, but he's trying to prepare the public for the end game here, since we don't know how it's going to end.
All right. Judge, thank you very much. Good to see you
You're
tonight.
welcome.
Judge Andrew Napolitano. Quick break here, and we will be right back.